Right, how are you all together today? We've got all our fields are now about ready to harvest, but just take a look at the weather forecast. Rain, rain and rain. It's rain today, rain tomorrow and rain the day after. So I'm not going to do any yet. I'm going to wait till the end of autumn and we're going to have a hope within 3 days we can clear all bar one of our fields. Well, what we're going to do today, I hear you say. Well, today we're going to finish off field 10. We're going to go and cultivate it. And it may actually, if we are at a quick look here, boy, might be possible just to, oh yeah, we can put some, I think we might put some, yeah, winter barley in. We're just on the time. So that'll keep us going for the next couple of days. Then, of course, we've got all the animals to look after. And you can see here the old hound, he's going nuts. Hello, boy. There should be a lot of extra weight on you, boy. Not the way you run about. As you see, I've got the cultivator set up. We didn't have enough muck to do all the 10, but that ain't gonna matter, boy. We're going to do what we can. Well, we've done what we could, but I want to leave some because I need some to go up to the greenhouses. Alright, let's see. I'm using the big boy here, the 8000. Not that it makes too much difference. This cultivator don't take a lot. I could probably get away with doing it on the Fendt. Except that's got narrow tyres on. I did think about putting some duals on here or some wide tyres and decided that ain't worthwhile. So what we will do is I'm going to go around a couple of laps, then we're going to set up some GPS action. That should be fun, you know, the fun I have with GPS. Get that down. Drop it in. What we got for the what? Oh, I think I just need to put it over to this one, but drop it back a bit. Try that. May just drop it back a couple of miles an hour. I don't want to be going too quick. How does it look? Yeah, it looks fine. I haven't got the my little screen up yet. Let's just get that going. Hopefully this is just what's happened there? Oh, they got cool. Let's just put some. Come on, you should do better than that. That's better. We're a while again. We put all the diffs in. Shouldn't need them, but looks like it's playing silly beggars. I think we must have got it caught on the side. Oh, we're going to do it again if we're not careful. I might have been better off paw harrowing this, but I ain't got a paw harrow. I haven't been up to the greenhouses lately. I had to go and look at those tomorrow. I must probably try today, cultivate and get the seeding done. I could actually seed direct, but I much prefer to cultivate, especially if I've got muck on the. So then here comes the rain. Well, that certainly puts pay to any idea of cultivating, of harvesting day. Not cultivating, that's what you're doing now. That ain't gonna matter, boy. Right. Lift it up, see where we are. Don't want you. I'll put it on the second. I think I will actually. Like, I can never remember what it is. Where are we? When I find it. I'll put it on one of these, and it should. One of these, it should say. Huh. One of these it used to say, what the secondary, turn off the on it. You know, I lost it somewhere. I've been lost it a long time. I have to turn now. So that's this one. Ah, here we are. I must have been looking right over. I'll put it onto the secondary one so it don't keep showing up. We don't want that showing up all the time. In fact, I want to turn off the diff locks again. We should get away as four-wheel drive. After all, it's not a difficult hill. Mine could get a bit worse now. It's raining, of course. Let's down. Let's get going again. Getting a bit closer to the edge. I think I have that wheel almost on the edge of the field to make something get it all. And those expect me to go full Norfolk today. I'm not really with it enough to get back to my native tongue. In fact, not so I still can get fully into it. I want to come back here and just do this. So I'll just throw in the odd word and the odd phrase. Now, same as in modern speak, like is a, and by the way, in Norfolk it's like, not like. And it's an O in the way we pronounce like. That like is standard part of speech now. Every other word seems to be like. In Norfolk, a word like that is do. Yes, pronounced as in the dampness and not as in the normal. But we even have a joke, which the punchlines consist of just two words. And the joke is two old marvels met in the street, talking about some bit of gubbins that one of them had bought, and the other said, do that. Thus said, that do, and that is not a very funny joke, admittedly, but a joke with a punchline on two words. There's also the old joke about the vicar. And I've got time to tell some of these, of course, because I've got a lot else I've got to be doing for a while. There's a young unmarried couple. This is back in the 50s, so you know, it wasn't the done thing to left together. And they got a little bit confused. They weren't from Norfolk. You know, this old pig was from Norfolk, and he used the proper Norfolk vernacular. Are you two going to bed together? He say. And of course we use the word together at the end of a line to mean everybody we're talking to. Just to include everybody. It's an including word. There's been some... this has all come about because someone reminded me of Alan Smedhurst, the singing postman. Not originally from Norfolk, surprisingly enough, but he lived a lot of his life until his later life where alcoholism got him and he ran out of money and he ended up, I think in Cambridgeshire, I'm not 100% certain, in a hostel, men's hostel there. Penniless, sad case really. He couldn't quite take performing live properly. He had to get fairly well tanked up. That pint of beer he always had on Look East or Boat Angler when he was performing his latest song wasn't a prop. That was a necessity for him. He couldn't perform sober. And he was actually a pussman. And the funny thing is that during his height of his fame in the 60s, for about a year he outsold the Beatles, who were the biggest group in the world at the time, the biggest, only in Norfolk mind you, he outsold the Beatles, but it's a strange fact. So if you come to Norfolk, and there's a quiz question in, I forget the exact year, 64, 65 I think, who was the biggest selling, or what was the biggest selling act, records in that particular year. Most people would answer the Beatles because they're the biggest everywhere. Records going gold even before they were released. But that wasn't that. It was a little old Alan Meadows. And actually, if you listen to him speak, and I can remember quite well, quite a bit of his speech is actually Suffolk. Suffolk and Norfolk are very close. We're next door to each other. We're the North folk and the South folk. So that little bit of England what sticks out into the North Sea. Just above Essex, just above London. Very insular, because one time if you went to Norfolk or Suffolk, that's to get to Norfolk or Suffolk. It wasn't to pass through. There was no way you could pass. You'd be going to either to pass through to somewhere else. And we had all the marshland around us. We were almost an island, not quite, but almost. But I was saying that Alan Smith, if you listen to him speak, his voice goes up at the end of the line, and that's a Suffolk trait, whereas in Norfolk it normally stays fairly flat or goes down. But because there isn't a single Norfolk accent, as a Norwich accent is different to the Norfolk. North Norfolk is different to South, and there goes a plane overhead, and you can look very well here. It's quite busy here at Blickling. And if I hadn't introduced the map, this is Blickling by OldBor, another old Norfolk boy. There's a few of us about. We may not be as famous, but of course we have one of the most famous seamen of all time, Admiral Lord Nelson. The man who lost for his country an arm, a leg and an eye. He was only half the man near the end of his life to what he was at the start. Bad black comedy joke that. How are we getting all this now? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, we get here. I think we do one more round. How are we doing on time? It's not too bad. So I'm going to level this off here and then go up the side, do one more lap, and then start going up and down. Yes, this is Blickling, based on a real place, and because where Blickling is, there isn't a dairy nearby. You cannot do manual milk cells unless you set up your own dairy on the map, and good luck with that. There's no dairy nearby, so OldBor didn't put one in. Might seem a bit strange not to put one in, but he is perfectly correct. Now, believe if I remember right, it's not a BGA either, because there isn't any BGAs about. There is a wood yard. And there's Birdseye, what's a few Birdseye factories about, not actually in Blickling. There used to be a lot more one time. And there's Sugar Beet Factory, not again in Blickling. I thought the nearest one there would be Cantley or the one up in Cambridgeshire or Lincolnshire. I can't remember exactly where that is. It's nearer King's Lynn, so I thought that would be the one. They'd go to from here. Well, that's looking alright, isn't it? I will have a go at doing a bit more Norfolk accent. Trying to get my accent back, but I was at school at a time where it was not thought very good to have a regional accent of any type. It's still not good to have a Norfolk accent, even on the local television radio. You don't hear many Norfolk accents. It's a great pity. You hear a lot of Essex estuary accent. But most of that, of course, is not their original accent. There's a lot of that. But I don't know, Mick Jagger talks like that, but he's not actually. What I understand, he doesn't actually talk like that normally. It's put on. But I might be wrong there, so I'd rather upset Mr. Jagger. I'd better retract that statement. What I've been told, anyway. How are we doing? Oh. There's another one of those nice little relaxing jobs, cultivating. One of those jobs you can just do, especially if this is a decent sized cultivator. Not the biggest in the world, but it's a decent sized one. It suits these fields. At least this year we're not got the same problem we had last year with the harvest. We've got 3 days to get everything in, and we'll do that easy. Should be able to get 2 fields done a day. I know we've got an extra field this year, but get one done first, then we can drive over one to get to 4. Alright, I think we can. Turn it round and start on some GPS action. Just try and aim roughly up there. Just a width, 6 metre, that sounds about right. And just go out a little bit, twist it very slightly, twist it a bit more. Not too worried if I miss quite a bit for the first pass. And we'll try some GPS action. I'll keep the GPS open until we're done a couple of passes, just in case we have to alter it slightly. I've got other fame, well not so much famous, but well known people who live in Norfolk, even though they're not Norfolkians. There's Fry, Stephen Fry. And who a lot of us still consider the greatest living Norfolkian. That's Henry Blofeld, the cricket commentator. Yeah. He's one of ours. Wouldn't believe it listening to him, but he is definitely one of ours. That should do. turn it around here. I'll get rid of that. Take that off. And I have the honour of actually meeting Henry a couple of times. Nice old boy. I am, or rather was, a great cricket fanatic, especially local cricket. I used to go to Norfolk several times through the season. For every home match I used to try and get to. Then I moved from that home at Lakenham up to Horsford, which was a bit more a drag to get to. But I was there one time when Henry was there, and he was going to be there a couple of days, luckily. So I took the book the next day and got him to autograph it. Yeah, you would never believe that I was an autograph hunter. Not like hunted many. I got him, I also got Imran Khan's. No, we're going to be as a president of Pakistan. That was before his political career. That's what he's still one of the world's best all-rounders. And not all of mine were cricketers, so I have Peter Williams somewhere. I should somewhere have a letter from Peter Williams written to Miss good self. Who's Peter Williams, I hear you all say? Well, he was a very, very good TT rider, Isle of Man TT motorcycle racer. Very good indeed. And he had a bad smash. And I, along with, I should imagine, several hundred, if not thousands, of other motorcyclists, sent him a get well card. And by the looks of it, he replied to everyone personally in his own handwriting. No typed duplicate letter. That was in the days I was still racing. And, yeah, it was great days. I never got Barry Sheen's, even the time I raced against Barry. Should have got his autograph, but it seemed a bit naff to someone you were competing against to go and ask for an autograph. Alright, how are we doing now? Are we out of the way? Yep. Oh, and if you want the tales of my motorcycle career, such as it was, motorcycle racing career, I'm still a motorcyclist. There is, I think, 65 years series on this channel somewhere, which I recorded and put out last Christmas. And in there I give some of my tales. Oh, how are we doing now? Oh, we're not going to finish this off. I think I'm enjoying this. I think I might just, and I'm a little bit stretched for time as well. I might just carry on with this and finish this off next week, if that's okay with you. But in hard luck, so I will have recorded before you see this anyway. You see the bits I missed with the muck, because I've only shown one layer of fertiliser where I've been over. But we'll be okay. And I think some winter barley in here. Top quality, best Norfolk molten barley. That sounds good to me. Oh, I better try and get a shot of this, I suppose. So we get rid of that. Get rid. Oh, I don't want to get rid of that. You see, I want to bring this up first. So I want to get rid of the lines. I was trying to remember to get rid of the lines. There we go. There, I should take that lot out. It does. I should take that out. Come out of cab. One thing using GPS, you cannot leave the tractor, or else because it stops. We're coming a bit closer. It should be quite an atmospheric picture, that. Nice word, ain't it? Atmospheric. I wonder what it means. Someone will tell me. Oh, we've got 111 cows. Wow. Oh, we should get another couple of free passes done here. I'm going to push for around 250, I think, cows. Well, we'll get there before 19th, no matter. If we get enough money together, I will spend some of it. And that reminds me, I really must go and pay off some of that bank loan. In fact, we can do that over the phone. We'll do that now. Are we animals? No. Yeah, they're okay. Finances. Let's repay some. Let's try and take it down to about 100,000 we owe. Yeah, that'll do. 100,000 we owe. That looks a bit better. Well, I'll tell you, I am. Yeah, we're well past it. I've been well past it for years. Oh, of course, what I haven't got now, I ain't got a line to go on. Well, we should be there. Let's just try it without. That should please a few people who have relied too much on this other stuff. And I doubt Mr. DuPont is watching, who is the top man to run without these sort of things. Have a look at it. It's not a bad little cultivator, this. In-game one. So much in-game one, very rarely used, but what I use, I find nothing wrong with it. Should better go a bit quicker. Let's start speeding up again. Yeah, we'll take up to 10 again. Should be over 10 miles an hour now. No, of course the ground's going to get getting heavy with the rain. But we're using these JCBs, by the way, are modded. They are by Stevie. I think they're on his website. And these are all-wheel steer JCBs, which gets rid of the one problem you have with a JCB. It's not terribly good turn and circle. Hence I've got the pink wheels on this to show that is a mod. And the pink wheels too for breast cancer awareness. I will just roll that in again. Having had a cancer, I've got quite more aware of cancer now. And it's not as frightening as you think if you can catch these things early enough. But that therein lies the rub, catch it early. You can see the turn and circle we've got now. We turned around almost in our own length. Alright, how are we doing? Oh well, I think we'll get ready to end here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. And then we gabble through that quite quickly because it's the same thing I say every time. If you sort of happened upon this channel as it fell through a wormhole in the space-time continuum, and you happen to like what you saw, just press the subscribe button. There's a good chap or chapess. You will enjoy it, or not. If you don't enjoy it, just unsubscribe. But I try to do this sort of thing 5 at the moment. I'm doing it 6 times a week. I must be nuts. Don't answer that. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, Not so much on new maps now, because I won't be doing any more maps until 19 comes out. I've got my maps set, and just to run through them quickly. Monday is the Norfolk by Johnny B. Tuesday is Blickling by OldBor. Wednesday we play Motorsport Manager with mods, or with one mod. Our full career, our own build of car, our own team. Where are we? First, I think it's the Museum series, based on Willow River Farm by Darren Castle, but we only play on a small part of it. The museum he's got built into it. Again, thank you, Darren, for that. It's a brilliant idea. A playable farm within the farm. Well, playable, except I don't think you ever make a lot of money on it, but there. We're not in it to make money. Perhaps, probably should be. Friday we have the challenge, the newbie challenge. Newbie farm by Cavalier Roy. This is, I'm playing with version 4, which is very difficult, built to be difficult, on hard mode. And I set myself a challenge, only using in-game DLCs and the Massey DLC for equipment to last 2 years, just with cattle. It sounds easy, doesn't it? It's not. And you can see my struggles on that, but very enjoyable. I like being nuts. Someone called me a masochist. I think that's being kind. I called Roy a sadist. So that's fair. Oh, and the weekends are now coming at charming countryside. It's actually Matt based in France, and one of the subscribers asked if I would like to do it, so I decided I would go at it, and I'm enjoying that as well. Anyway, with that, as Spearman saying, well, I suppose I should give you a proper Norfolk exit. That's fairly well together, fairly well. Or as I normally put it, cheerio, but no, cheerio.